General Motors more likely than not approved additional time for its execution and identification making offices in the course of recent years. Witness the maintained, reasonable brilliance of each one of those SS, 1LE, Z51, Z06, Z07, ZR1, ZL1, and Cadillac V arrangement models the Enterprise continues turning out. Presently comes an auto that joins two of those GM top codes, ZL1 and 1LE. Yet the sticker cost doesn't appear to cover the entirety of the parts. The ZL1 1-liter re-upgrades extend the Camaro's execution envelope like an inflatable prepared to pop. Don't bother the Corvette Z06 Inferred LT4 supercharged 6.2-liter V8 that is useful for 650 strength and 650 pound-feet of torque. Or, on the other hand, the useful carbon fiber wing, a first for GM Creation Autos, planned in a Formula 1 wind burrow. The wing has an indistinguishable impact from 300 pounds of lead counterbalance at 150 miles per hour or, then again the vast front end that swallows 106 cubic feet more air every moment than a consistent ZL1 at 87 miles per hour or, then again the jaw splitter and jump planes on the cheeks. Rather, for 1 minute, focus on our estimation of the Camaro's greatest side-long speeding up, 1.18 grams. That sort of unfaltering state hold puts the 1LE of every world-class gathering. Undoubtedly, there's just a single auto we've quantified with more stick and that is the Corvette Z06 furnished with the Z07 bundle, 1.19 grams. Everything else gives up sooner, period. The Super Camaro will likewise convey its 3,842 pounds to an end from 70 miles per hour in 141 feet, besting the 3,710 pound Ford Mustang Shelby GT350R by 5 feet. To make the 1LE's suspension this skilled, GM had accomplices. Goodyear supplies the Eagle F1 Superco 3R elastic, and this is the main auto to wear these lawful track meets, current measures 305/30 ZR19, front, and 325/30 ZR19, raise. They wrap around manufactured aluminum wheels that are 1 inch littler in measurement and accordingly, alongside the tires, spare a sum of 13 pounds in valuable turning idleness and unsprung mass contrasted in the ZL1. The other portion of the frame execution originates from Canadian provider Multimatic as aluminum-bodied spool valve dampers. Not exclusively do they give an exquisite approach to differ damping power, however the upset struts with a ball-jointed best mount give a way to get race auto-like negative camber out of the front end. Together, the 4 dampers are around 23 pounds lighter than the ZL1's steel-bodied magnet or geological dampers. The back subframe and its multi-link suspension are disconnected, on the off chance that you need to call it that, from the body by inflexible aluminum pucks rather than elastic bushings, and the back against move bar is customizable to 3 positions. Securing the backside and firming up the front means you can feel each brake in the street, and even the smallest variety in horizontal push, with clearness and accuracy. Every one of these settings enable proprietors to tweak their autos to their home tracks. At Area 27, a 3.0-mile circuit in British Columbia planned by Jacques Villeneuve, we ran 40 or more laps in the 1LE. It was the iron rotor brakes, which continued from the normal ZL1, and not the tires that shielded us from turning more than 5 hot laps at any given moment. The pedal gets somewhat long on the 5th lap. All things being equal, couple of autos feel as steady while braking in corners as the 1LE. Toss a downshift in there, and the auto never gets disrupted. In corners, the tires puff or hold like a feline hurrying up a tree. Where you expect understeer, you get an unbiased auto, and an excessive throttle on leave makes the backside venture out, either tenderly on the off chance that you artfulness sit or forcefully in case you're as a rule purposely absurd. This Camaro will do a 0 to 60 mph keep running in 3.5 seconds, all in first apparatus, personality U, with the 8-piece band blasting a Motown song of praise. The 11.7 second quarter mile at 124 miles per hour is in the jukebox, as well. That is only 2 or 3/10 of a moment off the ZL1 program's chance. A portion of the quickness is a profit of the 62 pounds spared, manual to manual, by the 1LE transformation. However, it isn't exactly enough to compensate to improve things and snappier moving of the around 100 pound heavier programmed. While the skeleton mods make for a phenomenal track auto, the 1LE's ride is a touch of jolting for day-by-day use as its springs are 3 times stiffer than those of the ZL1. Matt Scrace, Camaro's execution variation chief, concedes that he needed to make the auto more extraordinary by jettisoning the storage compartment lining, for instance. In any case, he was foiled by GM item organizers aware of history, who wanted a 1LE that was consistent with its Gen 3 Camaro roots as an extra to the current gear, not a give-and-take alternative. Not at all like the Gen 5 Z/28, this 1LE has every one of the highlights of the ZL1, including warmed and ventilated front seats, a warm guiding wheel, an 8.0-inch infotainment show. One thing you won't find in a ZL1 1LE is a programmed transmission. The manual box is indistinguishable to the ZL1's 6-speed aside from a shorter 6th rigging, 0.68 to 1 versus 0.54 to 1. There are just a couple of tracks this side of Bonneville that even need 6th, and one of those is the Nürburgring Nordschleife, where a ZL1 1LE handed a lap over a little more than 7 minutes and 16 seconds, over 20 seconds snappier than the Z/28 and 13 speedier than the Gen 6 program Prepare ZL1. That ring time puts the ZL1 1LE in the organization of virtual vaporware like the Gumpert, the Radical, and the Donkerfort. Yes, that is an auto organization. The best piece of this bundle is its asking cost, $71,295. About everything else at this execution level is a few times pricier. The following nearest entertainer is Amaze, a Z06 with the Z07 bundle, however it's still $20,000 more costly. Chevy hasn't quite recently made execution walks, it's made execution per dollar strides, as well. Simply don't tell the bookkeeping division it can charge significantly more for this track preacher.